If you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this reading is for you. This is a general message, so take your resonates and leave the rest for another Sagittarius. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread. For your center energy of this spread, I have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is really letting me know that in this moment, your energy is very anxious. You're very distraught over something specific. I definitely feel like in the moments when you are supposed to be resting, like when it's the end of the day and it's time to go to bed, or even during the day when you could be focused on other things, there's something very much consuming you, and it's not letting you be at peace. For your crossing energy, I have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is what's helping or hurting you in this moment, and I feel like in this moment you need to be embodying the energy of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she has a very clear mind, sorry. She has very direct and clear communication. She sets boundaries for herself. And I feel like in this moment, that's kind of what the universe wants of you, and what would help you be more at peace would be if you were to be standing up for yourself, if you were to kind of take away the emotional aspect of whatever it is that you're going through in this moment, and kind of put more emphasis on the logical aspect of things, kind of more what makes sense rather than what things feel like. For your recent past energy, I have the Ace of Swords, I have Death, I have the Hanged Man, and I have the Seven of Swords. So I'm seeing that you probably got a sudden idea, or a sudden realization is kind of what I'm getting, that there was going to be an ending. I want to say specifically for a relationship, but it could be anything, any situation, however this applies to you. I just feel like you kind of caught wind, or just got an idea that an ending was on its way. And so I think that you kind of took a step back to observe a situation that was happening, and I think that you realized that someone was being very deceitful, someone was kind of being manipulative with their words, someone just wasn't really moving with good character, basically. And then for clarification on that, I got karmics, I got narcissist, hello, and I got boundaries. So I'm definitely seeing that, like I said, for some of you this was a relationship, maybe a karmic relationship specifically. Maybe someone was acting very narcissistic, and it was really a time that you needed to put boundaries down. The outcome of that situation, I have Star in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I am seeing that you probably feel what was once a goal, wish, or dream did not manifest the way that you expected it to, and I'm seeing that you feel probably you put in a lot of work, or a lot of your time, you just put a lot into it, and you didn't see the rewards of that. And then for clarification for that, I got stagnant. So you might just be kind of feeling now you're not really sure how to go about that. You're kind of just stuck, you're at a dead end, you're not really sure how to move forward from this. For your conscious energy in this moment, I have the Three of Pentacles, I have the Tower, and I have the King of Cups in reverse. So more on the relationship aspect of this, I am seeing that there was maybe a third party situation that you're kind of being called to right now, and that's obviously causing a tower moment. So a tower is just kind of a revelation, or also just the foundation of something being knocked over, probably both at the same time. If there is a third party situation and you're just being aware of it, or becoming aware of it, then obviously that's going to be a revelation, and it's also going to be knocking down the foundation of what you thought once was, and then the King of Cups in reverse is kind of showing me that that's probably got you very out of balance emotionally, or you are dealing with maybe someone who is out of balance emotionally. This is either you or someone else just not being in tune with their emotions. A little bit of emotional manipulation, so this probably is more so the other person. And then if it's not relationship wise, this is just something that you thought that you were working hard at and you were going to get recognition for, maybe teaming together with someone else, and it is still kind of having a tower moment. You're seeing things for what they really are, and it's probably got you feeling out of touch with your emotions. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's more so the third party situation. And then for the clarification on that, I got epiphany. So I feel like, yeah, it's just like you're coming to a sudden realization of something. What you don't see in this moment, or your subconscious energy, I have the Ace of Cups and I have the Queen of Cups. So definitely emphasis on you needing to pour into yourself, pour into your own cup, you needing to kind of like do things that make you feel emotionally fulfilled. The Queen of Cups is you needing to really do things from a very emotionally balanced place, but also more so do a lot of emotional healing and emotional self-care. And then as clarification for that, I did get healing, self-care, introspection, meditation. So yeah, maybe what you don't see just yet is that whatever is kind of being knocked over and brought to light is going to be putting you on a path of healing. How you see yourself in this moment, I have the Two of Swords in reverse, I have the Hermit, and I have the Eight of Cups. So I think in this moment, you see yourself kind of out of touch with your intuition. I feel like you kind of don't really know, like, you don't really trust yourself in this moment is kind of what I'm seeing. And you need to go within, or maybe you are going within to kind of get into touch with your intuition. Like I feel like you've kind of gotten far from making decisions for yourself, and you're kind of letting other people or like someone else kind of control your emotions, your thoughts. You know, if there is someone being narcissistic, maybe it's easy for you to get lost in that energy, and you're needing to kind of come back to yourself. And I feel like you see yourself going on a healing journey and trying to get back to yourself. How others see you, I feel like others see you as holding on to something that is not allowing you to have more opportunity in the future. So maybe people don't know yet, or maybe it hasn't quite happened yet that you are leaving the situation, but so long as you're in it, I feel like they see that, like, that you're holding on to it, but they also wonder why, because they see that it is blocking you from further opportunities. Your biggest fear slash hope, I think that this is more so just your biggest fear, is you being left behind, you being left out in the cold and having to kind of like move forward regardless, no matter how hurt you are. And then just you mourning the loss of something. Like I feel like you are scared that you are, like, you're scared of what you're losing, but you also don't see the other opportunities you still have in life. So I feel like you're kind of just fearful that like you're gonna be so stuck in this hurt that you're not gonna be able to move forward. But being that there is Two more cups behind you, I definitely see that there is more opportunity in the future. It's just gonna kind of take a minute to get to that feeling of optimism. And then for the outcome of this, I have the Three of Swords and I have the Ten of Pentacles. So I definitely see that you are going to be feeling, you know, you're going to be needing to do some healing. This is, you know, just what it looks like. It's your heart being broken. It's you needing to kind of pull those swords out of your own heart. But I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is reassurance that it's definitely for something better. Like whatever it is that you're losing, whatever it is you're having to heal through, is going to lead you eventually to what you probably are wanting in this moment anyways, like the Ten of Pentacles. So like stability, you know, happiness, and just like the full picture. Like what you have right now is probably like a watered down version of the final goal that you have for yourself. And you know, right now I feel like I said with the Star in reverse, you feel like this is your goal, was your dream not coming true, and it probably feels very like putting you in stagnation. But this is kind of reassurance that what you actually want is probably on the other side of what you're losing in this moment. Let's do an advice card from the universe. Advice for Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius. Okay, and I have the High Priestess. The High Priestess as advice is really telling you that you need to get more in tune with yourself. Like I said, I feel like right now, like the actions you're taking, the decisions that you're making, I feel like they're so anxiety ridden because, like I said, you don't trust yourself in this moment. And I feel like you really need to get back to trusting yourself. And you need to get back to remembering that your decisions are totally valid, they're totally trustworthy. And I think that right now you are kind of letting someone else make decisions for you, like I said, and you need to really get back in tune with your own intuition, your own inner being. Maybe even kind of take more of a spiritual approach to things, but definitely get back in tune with yourself is the most important thing that you could probably get from this message. I hope that reaches a Sagittarius who needed to hear it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.